Hello, everybody, and welcome to the K&B Music Den. Again, I'm Brad.
And again, I'm Keith.
Here for another review for you guys. This week, we're going to be doing the Pixies. How do you say it?
Doggerel?
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 I don't know.
Going by how it looks, I'm going to say Doggerel. Yeah.
Doggerel, yeah. But, yeah, we decided we're going to do a new Pixies review. So, I have a little bit more experience with the Pixies. I've been listening to them for quite a while and have a pretty good understanding of all their albums. Now, I know, Keith, you're a little bit newer.
I'm fairly a newbie, and it's kind of funny because I don't know if you recall, but about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I said to him, just randomly,
You did.
You know, the Pixies are a band that I just don't know that well. It's not that I don't like them, I just don't know them, and I feel like I should. And he's like, oh, you should, and we're talking.
Yep.
And then a couple weeks later, I noticed, oh, they have a new album coming out, which I hadn't even heard about. So I'm like, this is perfect. We can review it for the channel. So I'm from a longtime fan to more of a newbie, kind of get a different perspective and all that. So... Who should go first on this one?
Well, I'm curious to see what your thoughts were.
As a newbie.
Yeah. Going into it new with no expectations.
Yeah, because so for me with the Pixies, I know at some point I've heard Surfer Rosa. I probably heard some of Doolittle, but not really, know it. And then I listened to this new album, and I really enjoyed it. I noticed that it seemed to me there was more of an acoustic rhythm guitar throughout than I was assuming probably a lot of their 90s stuff. I guess it's 90s.
Yeah.
So it intrigued me. And just so you know, sir.
Sure.
After hearing this album, I was like, I've heard Surfer Rosa at some point. Let me dive into Doolittle.
Okay.
So I listened to Doolittle in its entirety, and it blew my freaking mind. Absolutely love it. I'm ashamed that I don't own that album, but I will soon, either on vinyl or CD. And here's how much of a newbie I am, and here's how much you can... Feel free to hate me in the comments, folks. But all I own, and I'm doing this just off memory, so hopefully this works out for me right behind me. All I own from the Pixies, I believe, is like a B-sides collection. Let me just look for 1 second here.
I'm sure it probably is. Yeah, I mean, if that's...
start talking about your feelings on the album.
So, yeah, like I said, I have more background with the band where I've been listening to them for... Longer, Keith. Did you find it? Is it just a B-sides?
Complete B-sides.
Okay, yeah.
Well, does that say complete B-sides? Yeah, and there's 19 songs on here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's funny to me that they're such an important band, and all I own is a B-sides collection. Which sometimes, B-sides are gems. But go on. So, Doggerel, what are your thoughts?
I think it's fantastic.
I thought you would.
Yeah, I mean, this year we're having a lot of great releases, so it's nice to be able to review all these albums. But
slide in here a little bit. I feel like people can't see you.
It's a snuggle. But overall, it's. I mean, the way I look at it is it sounds like. It just sounds like it sounds like Surfer Rosa or Doolittle or.
Yeah,
they don't change it up. Pixies still sound like the Pixies.
Yeah, which is
for
good.
me. I think the thing that I find most fascinating about the newest album is the fact that Kim Deal's not there anymore.
Yeah,
but Paz sounds. She's a chameleon because she's got that bass sound that we're used to hearing from Paz. I mean, from Kim. Yeah. The imitated vocals, the calling reverse type thing she does with Black Francis on just. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she fit right into that shoe. And Kim Deal is not easy to replace. She's one of the coolest rock stars of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Andy Warhols wrote a song called Cool as Kim Deal. So there you go.
Yeah.
But, I'm not even talking about Pixies right now, but I was just thinking about this as a musician, because you've been a musician.
Yeah.
Paz has probably the coolest career I've ever thought about. She's in the Pixies.
Yeah.
Well, she was in A Perfect Circle with Maynard James Keenan.
Okay.
She was in Swan with Billy Corgan.
I didn't know this.
She was in the Silver Jews. I mean, this girl's been in so many monomental bands.
I didn't know this, yeah.
Would it be better to be in one fantastic band for your career or in a bunch of amazing bands throughout?
I don't know. I think her path is enviable.
It is, absolutely.
Because you can, as you're getting older, you can be like, hey, I worked with these guys and I did this band and I was in this band. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I actually read a little bit today or yesterday about, I wouldn't really know what he's talking about at all if I didn't read it. So I'm glad I did. So I was able to follow that. But yeah, if I wouldn't have read that and you wouldn't have told me just now, I wouldn't have known that it was a different thing. Bass player.
Well, she replicated it so well. I mean, she, like I said, as a chameleon, if you hear the way she played on previous albums compared to what she's doing with the Pixies. Man, she fit right into that role beautifully.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, now for me, you mentioned Black Francis. The singer, he sometimes, and I'm sure this is throughout the career, I picked this up a little on some of the other stuff too that I listened to recently, but sometimes, especially in the verses of the songs, he'll do more of that like talking instead of singing. For me, sometimes it's effective, sometimes it's not. I don't always enjoy that, but that's not necessarily just like a Pixies thing. Like, I have to be in the right mood sometimes to listen to like the Hold Steady.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's like a lot of the times it sounds like he's just talking.
Yeah.
It's cool as shit. But like, because of that, I just have to be in the right mood for it. And that's just a personal taste thing. I respect that you can do that and have a song sound cool and pull it off. But like I said, it's just more of a taste thing that I have to be in the mood. How do you feel about talking, singing?
I think Black Francis has his own delivery and style that's iconic. It's iconic.
Yeah.
You hear him on the radio and you immediately know who it is.
Yeah.
The Pixies are one of the biggest all-time indie rock bands for a reason.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I mean, if it's not something that's in your cup of tea, you probably would pick it out. But
yeah,
I absolutely enjoy everything he does vocally.
Yeah.
His vocals were a little bit different on this album compared to previous albums. I don't know if age is getting there where he's not doing as many high. I don't know what you would call the vocal
range. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, he still sounds fantastic. So
yeah.
No,
I enjoyed the album. I mean, the first song, No Matter Day.
No Matter Day, yeah.
It starts with that solid, just rock drum beat, and then the bass comes in, that hypnotic bass line, and it really sets the tone for the album. Yeah. And I love that when he gets to I call it the chorus in that song, when he gets to that, don't waste your time on me. Like, it's so cool. Yeah. Like, the music's just driving, and he's just, like, barking that. So cool. So cool.
Yep.
Any standout tracks for you, sir?
The first four. That's what I was thinking about when I was coming over here. I re-listened to it, and I kept trying to think of an album that had as many, where the first four songs were as solid to me. Where No Matter Day, Vault to Heaven, Dregs of Wine, and Haunted House. Yeah, absolutely a fantastic four-song combo.
Yeah.
So I mean, to me, that really stood out as how strong the beginning of that album was.
Yeah.
That all those songs to me were hits. I mean.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I was kind of initially going that way too. Like, because we usually pick three. He just cheated and picked four.
I did. I went four.
But he's been a long-time Pixies fan, so he gets a freebie. But I listened to the album again today, not too long before we were doing this review, actually. And I came up with that my favorite tracks are No Matter Day. The first song really sets it off well. Get Simulated, which is track 5, I believe.
Wow, okay.
And then my third favorite, upon a further listen, is actually Thunder and Lightning.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah. So
great songs, but...
Yeah, between the two of us, we're covering a lot of the album.
Yeah.
But, going into this for me, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to hear the new album. I'm probably going to go back and hear one of the classic albums, and I did with Doolittle. Absolutely blew my mind. Amazed and embarrassed that I don't own that album, and I'm going to remedy that soon as a promise. But my main thing going into this is this experience going to spark me to really dig back into Surfer Rosa and check out the other albums I'm not as familiar with, don't even probably know the name right now? And the answer absolutely equivocally is yes.
Good. You should.
Yeah. So, iconic band for a reason. Again, a band that just I never got around to, and it wasn't like I heard stuff and was like, meh. It was just didn't. And you know what? I'm thinking about it now in this moment. Maybe what the dribs and drabs I heard, maybe he was doing that talk sing kind of thing, and maybe that's why I was like, meh, whatever. But shame on me, because fantastic. Oh yeah, and I know you're a big fan. Now this is a question I can ask you, but I won't really know much about. As far as, how we say about the albums, like where does this rank
it? Oh, man, that's tough. That's really tough.
Yeah.
I would say if you're a Pixies fan, you're not going to be upset with this album.
Yeah.
So ranking it's going to take more listens.
Sure, that's fair.
I would definitely say it's going to be more listens
Maybe it's just me, but it didn't seem to me online or just in general, as we follow music so much, it didn't seem like there was much of a big hoopla about this coming out. You would think a new Pixies album would be like a new Pixies album, and it's worth the attention because it's a solid effort. But I mean, did you notice that too?
That's the shame of where we're at. I mean,
Well,
there's more talk
right.
about Rihanna becoming the halftime Super Bowl performer.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you get some like an iconic band bringing out an album. I mean, it's unfortunate that's where we're at.
That's the world we're living in.
Yep, it's sad.
So, but you can come to a channel like this and talk about great music. Not that Rihanna isn't a great artist, but. So yeah, the Pixies Doggerel, which by the way, I looked it up because I was
you did? Okay.
I was curious. The definition of Doggerel is comic verse composed in a regular rhythm.
Oh, okay. Well,
so and that doesn't flow as an album title. So Doggerel sounds better.
Yes, I agree.
I enjoyed this experience. Hopefully, better late than never for me on this Pixies fans. Mea culpa. So yeah, big thumbs up from both of us.
Yep.
And check it out, the new Pixies album called Doggerel. Thank you so much for watching. As always, anything more to say about the album or the Pixies?
Pick it up and enjoy it.
Yep, Pixie it up.
Yeah, Pixie it up. Yeah, awful.
Hit, swing and a miss. But for Brad, I'm Keith. I got it right.
You did.
And please like this video, share it on social media, smash that bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel. We pushed past 100 subscribers in about 2 months, and now we're going for 200, so help us out.
Yep.
Pixies fans, and let us know, most importantly, let us know what you think in the comments about this new album called Doggerel. So we hope to hear from all of you. We love communicating with you, and we love doing these videos. It's so much fun for us. The fact that people are actually watching is a total bonus, and honestly, a little bit of a surprise for us. But we're humble and grateful. So thank you very much. This is KME Music Den, and we'll be back with more content for you soon. New album reviews. A lot of great music coming out this year. It just keeps coming, and we're going to keep reviewing. So stick around for that, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.